now, yeah. So so before we start the lesson, remember we had a class on we had a class yesterday. Okay, we had a class yesterday on grammar. So we were discussing adverbial phrases, sentence structure, okay, during the lesson. So make sure you watch the lesson replay, and then make sure you understand, you know, how to write the adverbial phrases properly, okay? So for today's lesson, we're going to look at we are going to write an essay together. So for this one, we have already discussed the first three paragraphs in the last lesson. Okay, so I hope you still remember. We have to write a story, and then the story must end with the following words. I will never forget that moment until my last breath. Okay, and then in the story, you have to describe the moment, and then you have to talk about what made the moment unforgettable. Okay, so the first paragraph, second, and third. Okay, so now we're gonna look at the fourth paragraph. Okay, so one evening, memorable moment. My father, the golden paddy fields. Okay, the sky ablaze, hues, amber and crimson. So still remember, okay, amber and crimson. We are describing the evening sky. Okay, and then sometimes, you know, the evening sky looks like this, right? So so this is the sentence you can use to describe the sky, the evening sky. All right, and then a blaze is like on fire. And why are we using the word ablaze here? First of all, we are using the word ablaze because we want to use the technique of metaphor. Okay, and the other point is that we want to show that the color is very bright. 颜色很鲜艳 ，OK， 颜色非常的鲜艳。That's why we are using the word ablaze. Okay, so continue, yeah. Reflect the day's end. The tip of the ripened grain. Okay, so look at this one. The tip of the ripened grains reflect the sunset. So you want to, like, we want to describe the side which the tip of the grains 这些稻米的顶部啊 it's like shining, it's like reflecting the sunlight. Understand? Reflect 就是好像反射那些光线，让它看起来好像发亮这样子。Okay, so continue. Together, word, singing, rhythm, passed down generations. Okay, our silhouettes. Still remember the meaning of silhouettes? 你的轮廓. All right, so look at the pictures here. Silhouettes. You see the dark shape? That's the silhouette. Okay, so our silhouettes, long shadows, the earth had nourished both our family and our spirit. So look at the word nourished. Okay, hang on, yeah. So nourish is a verb. It means provide nutrients. Okay, provide nutrients. So now look at the sentence here again. The earth nourished both our family and our spirit. It means the earth nourished our my family and my spirit. Okay, the earth nourished my family and my spirit. Okay, so if you translate the meaning, it means the earth 那土地 provides nutrients to my family and my spirit. Okay, but still, if you translate the sentence this way, it's still not meaningful, isn't it? What does it mean when you say the earth provides nutrients to my family and my spirit? Obviously, we are using it metaphorically, isn't it? We are using it metaphorically. 我们将它当作修辞手法来用嘛，对不对？ So it means the earth, hang on, yeah. It means the earth where my family and my spirit rely on. That's the meaning here. 滋润我的家庭还有我的精神的土地。It means you rely on the earth, okay, for a living, and also you rely on the earth for emotionally. Understand? Emotionally. So if the earth nourished your spirit, 如果那个土地啊，它滋润了你的精神啊 ，imagine if I try to take away that piece of land from you, you would be very angry, you would be very upset. Why? Because you love that land so much, isn't it? You love that earth so much. Okay? So you can also say Malaysia has nourished my family and my spirit. Okay? But this is not a very natural sentence. Maybe you can say, I love Malaysia because this is the land, because this is the land that has nourished my family and my spirits. Now it sounds more natural. So focus on the word nourished, 滋养, and then we use it metaphorically. Okay, we use it metaphorically. Now come back here. So this paragraph, is there any way to understand? Okay, so so the vocabulary here might be a little bit intimidating. Okay, like you might not understand the meaning of amber, crimson, you know, like silhouette. But remember, yeah, we have already discussed the vocabulary, so you can refer back to the pictures and then try to try hard figuring out how to use the vocabulary in context. Okay, so now I'm going to give you around 10 minutes, okay, for you to work on this paragraph and then put it on the chat box for me. Okay, you may start now. If you need my help, let me know. Yeah, 10 minutes start now. Okay, Jia Ying, now you have to work on this paragraph. You have around 8 more minutes, okay, to type your answer and then put it on the chat box. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. Look at this sentence. Yeah, look at this sentence. I think it sounds more natural if you move I to the back. Okay, my father and I. So my father and I sounds more natural. Okay. Uh, so in case you have problem with this, so memorable moment. Remember, what is the function of this sentence? You are talking about the time. You are talking about the feeling, isn't it? When I say, for example, when I say receiving the gift is a memorable moment, you are talking about your feeling, isn't it? You feel that it's um, memorable. You are talking about your feelings. So when you talk about feelings, when you talk about time, how do you start the sentence? Still remember? Okay, that's a clue that I can give you here. Okay, still, we're going to start the class the discussion in a minute. If you have got the answers already, put it on the chat box here. If you need more time, just let me know, okay? Okay, good. Question. So maybe you can work on the next paragraph. Okay, let's wait for your friends first. Let's give your friends another 6 minutes. Okay. So you work on the next paragraph. All right. Okay, so let me start the discussion first, okay? And you just keep your answers coming in, yeah? If you are ready with the answers, then just post it on the chat box, okay? Question, I'm now reading your answer, okay? So one evening, one of my memorable moments is my father and I work in the golden paddy field. Okay, I can accept this sentence, okay? Especially this one, in the golden paddy fields. So why are we using in? Remember, the word field can have two meanings, right? Another one, the first one is the area of land where you grow crops, where you uh, keep animals. Then we can use in a field. Of course, the field here refers to the land where you grow crops. 这里的 field 是指稻田，对不对？Paddy field 所以如果是农田， 这里的 field 指的是农田的话呢，你就用 in。如果指的是运动用的 sports，hang on。So you see sport 啊，如果指的是操场呢，我们就用 on the field of the field 啊。So remember that, OK？ 啊，所以如果你是 play football，你就 play football on the field，OK？ Now continue. The sky was ablaze with the hues of amber and crimson, reflecting the day's end and the tips of the ripened grain. Hang on, yeah, I have to look at the sentence. 1 minute. The sky reflecting the day's end. Okay. So the sky was ablaze with the hues of amber and crimson. But in this case, okay, Christian, you want to say that the color of the sky, is hang on, was reflected. Hang on. Okay, sorry. Reflecting, okay. Reflecting the day's end. Okay, reflecting the day's end makes sense. And then where did it reflect the day's end? On the tips of the ripened grain. Understand? Because it reflects the light on the surface. 它是在那个 grain 的表面上反射那个光线的嘛，所以你要用 on. Okay? Whenever it involves surface, you have to use on. Okay, so look at the second sentence again. The sky was ablaze with the hues of amber and crimson, and then at the same time, reflecting the day's end on the tips of the ripened grains. Okay, any problems so far? Okay, continue, yeah? No. So together, we worked while singing the rhythm. Okay, so singing the rhythm. So we sing the tune, but we don't really sing the rhythm, isn't it? Let's look at how we use the word rhythm. Rhythm. Okay, so you can dance to the rhythm. Okay, you can dance to the rhythm, or you can play in rhythm. Okay, so when it comes to rhythm, yeah, when it comes to rhythm, you can say to the rhythm or in rhythm. Okay, there are two ways for you to use the word in rhythm or to the rhythm. 就说有节奏的唱歌啦。Okay, so singing to the rhythm, and then what kind of rhythm? The rhythm that you only have one rhythm here, isn't it? You only have one rhythm here. So the rhythm that has passed down for generations. Okay. Any problems so far? No? So our silhouettes and the long shadows on the earth had nourished both our family and our spirits. Our silhouettes and the long shadows. This sentence is not, look at, hang on, yeah. What do you mean by the long shadows of the earth? So
I think I mean by our silhouettes created long shadows on the earth.
Okay, created the long shadows on the earth. Now the sentence makes sense. But normally when we use when it comes to shadow, normally we would say cast. Understand? Our silhouette cast the long shadows on the earth. Okay, and then what kind of earth? So when you want to add information, 补充说明, you have two choices. You can use which, you can use that. Okay, choose one. The earth which had nourished both our family and our spirits. Okay, so any problem, question?
No.
No. Okay, so I think your writing is good. It's just that this part, yeah, this part, let you just focus on how to write the participle phrase. Okay, so it like the comma ing means at the same time. It means the sky was ablaze with the colors, the hues of amber and crimson. At the same time, the sky reflected the day's end. So we are using metaphor here. The day's end, the evening, reflected the day's end, reflected the evening. And then where did the sky reflect the evening? Where did the sky reflect the day's end? Now you want to tell me the place. So on the tips of the ripened grains. Okay, so this is the, hang on, I always. So this is the picture that should come to your mind. Okay, this is the picture that should come to your mind. The sky reflected the day's end on the tip of the ripened grains. So this is the picture that should come to your mind. Okay, and then this is the another one. The silhouette cast long shadows on the earth. All right. 为什么用 on 呢？因为它是在那个泥土的表面上嘛，那个影子是在泥土的表面上的，对不对？所以你就用 on the earth 咯。Okay. Remember we will never have casted, yeah? Casting. Remember? Okay. Look at the verb forms here. So you see, past tense is also cast. We will never have casted. Okay. So if there is no problem, let me go on to the next example. If you have problems, let me know, yeah? 如果你有问题的话，来告诉老师啊。Okay, now I'm reading Ziqing's answer. One evening, the memorable moment was my father and I in the was my you see was okay. So Ziqing, the memorable moment. So if you use the memorable moment was, then I expected what kind of moment you are talking about here. So moment must be a sentence, isn't it? Moment means what did you do? Okay, so you must give me a sentence. Was my father and I worked in the golden paddy fields. All right. So Ziqing, can you understand this part, by the way? 明白为什么老师要将它变成一个句子吗？ It's not that hard to understand, isn't it? Got it. Awesome. Good. Continue. The sky was ablaze with hues of amber and crimson, reflecting the day's end. And then on, it should be on, yeah? Reflecting the day's end. And then where did the sky reflect the day's end? So we have to use on the tips of the ripened grain. So on the tips of the ripened grains refers to the place. Okay, refers to the place. Okay, and grains you have to use plural now. I'm sorry, you have to use plural now here. Did I give a singular now? I think I should. Hang on, yeah. Grains. Oh, it's a typo. I'm sorry, it's a typo. You have to use grains because you have more than one grains there. Okay, continue. Together we worked and sang the rhythm, and then sang the rhythm. Let me check again. Yeah, do we say sang the rhythm? By the way, can we use rhythm in the sense of song? Let me check again. Yeah, it's a pattern of sounds, 就是节奏 pattern of sound, and then a regular pattern of changes. So we cannot sing the rhythm. Understand? We cannot sing the rhythm. We cannot use rhythm in the sense of a song. 你不能将它当作 song来用。So refer back, you have to refer back to the dictionary and look at how we use the word rhythm. You either to the rhythm, 你跟着节奏唱, or you sang in rhythm. Okay? So I will give you to the rhythm here. We work and sang to the rhythm. And then what kind of rhythm that has passed down the generations? Okay, I will accept this one because it makes sense. Passed down the generations. Our silhouette casted. We don't have casted, yeah? We don't have casted. It's only cast. Okay. So I hope this is not my mistake, okay? Did I give you cast, by the way? 老师有给你们 casted 这个字吗？没有吗？哈。Did you write it on your own, or you got it from the handout? Zhi Qing, the word casted. Okay. Never mind. You just remember, okay? We don't have casted. 没有 casted 这个字呢，它只有 cast 而已。Our silhouette cast long shadows on the earth. And then what kind of earth? The earth that had nourished both our family and our spirits. Okay. Now let's look at Zhen Xiu's answer. Okay, one evening, it was a memorable moment that I played with my father in the golden paddy fields. Okay. So you played with your father, but after that, you mentioned that you worked. Can you see the contrast here, Zhen Xiu? So maybe you have to change it to worked. Okay, change it to worked. And then it was is correct. You can use it was here because you are talking about your feeling, isn't it? So it was a memorable moment. You should use when I worked with my father in the golden paddy fields. Okay, when I worked with my father in the golden paddy fields. Make sense? The sky was ablaze with hues of amber and crimson. Okay, that reflect the day's end. Okay, while the tips of ripened grains reflect the sunset. Make sense? Make sense? Okay, this part is correct. Good. So look at Zhen Xiu's sentence here. The sky was ablaze with hues of amber and crimson, and then the reflect here, it means show 显示 the color, the hues of amber and crimson reflect the day's end. It tells you that it's evening already. While at the same time, while the tip of the ripened grains reflect the sunset. Okay, so 这里的 reflect 呢是反射咯，这里的 reflect 是 show，这里的 reflect 是反射。Okay, so the sentence is correct. Together, we worked as the singing rhythm passed down the generation. This part is wrong. Okay, we worked. So this part is wrong, yeah? While singing to the rhythm that has passed down the generation, our silhouettes of long shadows, this noun phrase doesn't make sense. 如果你写 our silhouettes of the long shadows, 你的意思是 shadow 就是说 silhouette 是你的 shadow 的一部分 ，it doesn't make sense, okay? 你这样子写的话，就好像老师写这样子的句子给你解释，好像你解释给我听看，the classroom of the sea water，所以你将两个不相干的东西放在一起，你讲说课室是海水的一部分 ，it doesn't make sense, right? Okay, it doesn't make sense, yeah. 这里呢，你是符合的语法的 语法的 principle 啦 okay? You are fulfilling the grammar rules, but it doesn't make sense, okay? It doesn't make sense, yeah? So you have to change. Cast long shadows on the earth that had nourished both our family and our spirits. Okay, any problems so far? Nope. Okay, now let's look at Junyi's answer. One evening, in a memorable moment, my family and I, in the paddy field. So, like Junyi, we rarely use moment as the adverbial phrase of time. Okay, so change the whole sentence. Okay, it was a memorable moment when my father and I worked in the golden paddy field. The sky was ablaze with hues of amber and crimson, reflecting the day's end on the tips of the ripened grains. Together we worked, okay? So together we worked, comma, singing, it means at the same time. Make sense? Singing in rhythm, in a rhythm, no, singing to a rhythm. Singing to a rhythm that has passed down through generations. Our silhouettes cast shadows on the earth that, okay, now the rest is fine. Any problem, Junyi? Okay, no problem, yeah? Okay, now I'm reading Jare's answer. Okay, so one evening, it was a memorable moment when my father and I were working in the golden paddy fields. Very good. So it was, remember, we can use it was and it is to talk about feelings. Still remember? It is or it was for feelings, for weather, for time. Understand? So you can say it was a memorable moment for me. Okay, it was a memorable moment when I received the gift. Okay, so why are we using it was a memorable moment? Because you want to say that you feel that the moment you receive the gift is very memorable. You are talking about your feelings. That's why we use it was here. Okay, come back here, yeah. The sky was ablaze with the hues of amber and crimson, reflecting the day's end. Reflecting the day's end. And then where did you reflect the day's end? On the tips of the ripened grains. Together we worked hard and sang to the rhythm that has passed down through generations. Our silhouette cast long shadows on the earth, which had nourished both our family and our spirits. Very good. So you can use a comma here. Okay, you can use a comma here. And then, but even if you don't have a comma here, it's still correct. Yeah, it's still correct. But with a comma, it's better. Okay, with a comma, it's better. I will explain it later. Okay, I will explain it later. Yeah. Okay, next, let's look at Wen Shuang's answer. One evening, there was a memorable moment shared with my father and I. So you see, look at this part, okay? Wen Shuang, with my father and I. After with, you have to use an object. Okay, after with, you have to use an object. So it should be share with my father and me. Okay, in the golden paddy fields. Okay, good. You can also write the sentence this way. Very good. The sky was ablaze with the hues of amber and crimson, reflecting the day's end on the tips of the ripened grains. Together we worked diligently. Very good. While singing with the rhythm. Singing with the rhythm makes sense. Okay, that has passed down from generation to generation. Good. Our silhouette casted. There is no such a word as casted. Yeah. Long shadows on the earth, which had nourished both our family and our spirits. Okay. So, any problems so far? Okay. So to be honest, yeah, to be honest, if you ask me, teacher, should I put a comma or not? in my opinion, I think with a comma is better. But without a comma, in this case, it also makes sense. Okay, it also makes sense. Yeah. Okay, I will explain the difference to you later. Okay. Now let's continue to the next paragraph first. Okay. Now let's look at the last paragraph. So remember, you have to tell me. You have to describe the moment, the unforgettable moment. Okay. Never forget that moment. So you have to explain the unforgettable moment. Now we have already described the moment. The moment is is when you and your father work together in the paddy fields. Okay, and then why is it unforgettable? Because you and your father work diligently together, and then you both of you worked while singing. Okay, and after that you talk about what made the moment unforgettable. Now you have to explain why is it unforgettable. So the sun dipped the edge of the world. All right, remember the edge, 边沿, the edge of the world, it means the horizon. Okay, 那地平线咯. The edge of the world, it refers to the horizon. Okay, hang on, I think I have to show you the picture first. Okay, hang on, yeah. There is no, okay, never mind. Look at this picture, okay? Look at this picture. Edge 呢是边缘的意思啊。Look at this picture. It's like this is the edge of the world, right? Like the line, it's like the end of the world. So you can also call the line, you can also call the horizon the edge of the world. 太阳从世界的边缘下降 ，okay 下山。But of course, it is not scientific. I know it is not scientific because it doesn't make sense to say the edge of the world, isn't it? Like the earth is round. But we are writing an essay and you are trying to be, you are trying to be descriptive here. We are using metaphor. So it doesn't matter. All right, it doesn't matter. Okay. So we are using metaphor here. So the sun dipped the edge of the world. My father, his weathered hand, my shoulder, in his eyes, saw gleamed bright the reflection, the fiery sky. Okay, the fiery sky. So the fiery sky refers to the sky like this. Understand the sky like this, the fiery sky, because the colors are very bright. Okay, and a glint in the eye, it refers to the flash of light in the eye. Understand? It means passion, 热情. It means love. A glint of love. All right, a glint of wisdom. Okay, hang on, yeah. Okay, you can say, I can see a glint of passion in his eyes when he is in the mathematics class. So when you say I can see a glint of passion in his eyes, okay, in the mathematics class, it means he is very passionate about mathematics. Okay, so this is how you can use the word glint. All right. Okay, now come back here. Okay, so glint, bright, green, a glint. What kind of glint? Bright. It means my father is very proud of me. That's why you can see glint, bright when my father is talking to me. Okay, the reflection, the fiery sky. So in his eyes, in your father's eyes, you can see glint, bright. You can also see the reflection, the fiery sky. Okay, a silent acknowledgement, my coming of age. My coming of age is like I become an adult. Okay, my coming of age, it means I have become an adult, 成年. But of course, my coming of age is a noun. This is a noun. I have become an adult. This is a sentence. Okay. So let me show you a sentence here. Yeah, let me show you a sentence here. When you reach 21 years old, okay, you can vote to show your coming of age. I know nowadays you can vote at 18 years old, okay, but let's stick to 21, okay, so that you can understand the meaning. When you reach 21 years old, you can vote to show your coming of age. It means you can also write this way. When you reach 21 years old, you can vote 投票 to show that you have become an adult. So you can either use a sentence or a noun, your coming of age. All right. Okay, come back here. A silent acknowledgement, my coming of age. So acknowledge is like to recognize something, 承认, to recognize something. Okay, so how do we use the word acknowledge? So you have understood the meaning of acknowledgement. So if you do not know how to use the word acknowledgement, you have to look it up using a dictionary. Okay. So you see, oh dear. So the report is an acknowledgement of the size of the problem. It means the report recognizes the size of the problem. It's an acknowledgement of the size of the problem. Okay. So I will explain the word acknowledgement later. Yeah. I will explain it in further later. Okay. Now, a moment, inherited, responsibility, my family. So why is that particular moment memorable? Because it is the moment you take on the responsibility. Understand? Okay, now let me give you 10 minutes, okay, for you to complete this paragraph, and then we can start the discussion, okay? If you have got the answers ready, put it on the chat box. Okay, 10 minutes, start now. Okay, so if you have got the answers ready, put it on the chat box here. Okay, good. I'm going to start the discussion in 3 more minutes, okay? Okay, so I'm going to start the discussion now, yeah? And now I'm reading question's answer. Okay, so the sun dipped on the edge of the world. Now, you don't dip on the edge of the world, question. Because if you are using on, it must involve surface. 它要有动到表面才用 on 的。Of course, this is not the surface, isn't it? Imagine, yeah, like this is the edge of the world, and then this is the sun. All right, this is the sunset. So when the sun dip, it must dip below the edge of the world. It's moving down. It's moving down. So you have to use the word below. Okay, not on. Understand? You have to use the word below. So the sun dipped below the edge of the world. My father placed his weathered hand on my shoulder. Okay. Now look at these 2 sentences. Okay, question. The sun dipped below the edge of the world. You have got the first sentence. My father placed his weathered hand on my shoulder. You have got the second sentence. When you have 2 sentences, you must have the cohesive device. Understand? So you cannot use a comma to combine 2 sentences together. So let me show you the first. Let me show you the first cohesive device you can use. You can use and. If you don't want to use and, what else can you use? Can you think of any word, question? Any word?
As the sun dip below.
Yes, we can use as. Well done. So as is a cohesive device that combine the 2 sentences together. Okay. In his eye, I saw a glint of pride and the reflection of the fiery sky. Very good. Okay. So in his eyes, I saw a glint of pride. So if you can see a glint of pride in your father's eyes, it means your father is proud. If you can see the pride, if you can see a glint of pride in his eyes, it means maybe your father is proud of you. Okay. And the reflection of the fiery sky. Okay. So why do you see the reflection of the fiery sky? Because both you and your father are working under the fiery sky, right? Under the sky. Okay. Under the sky ablaze with the hues of amber and crimson. Still remember? It looks like fire. That's why you can see the reflection of the fiery sky. I have a silent acknowledgement of my coming of age. No, you have understood the sentence wrongly here. So you have to tell me, what was a silent of age? What was a silent acknowledgement of my coming of age? So what was it? What was it? So it means a glint of pride. Okay, the glint of pride in my father's eyes was a silent acknowledgement of my coming of age. Okay, this is not the end of the sentence yet. Yeah, I write the full subject because I want to explain the meaning of acknowledgement to you. Okay, so the glint of pride in my father's eyes was a sign of acknowledgement of my coming of age. It means the glint of pride in my father's eyes showed my coming of age. Understand? Okay, so was a silent acknowledgement of, it means show. Okay, now come back to the lesson here. Is it because we have just written a glint of pride here, and then if you repeat the same phrase, then this is not a good writing style. Understand? This is not a good writing style. So Kershin, can you come up with another word to replace the whole phrase? Can you think of any word to replace the whole phrase here? Yes, Kershin?
No.
No. You can use it. It was a silent acknowledgement of my coming of age. Okay? So it here refers to a glint of pride. So it's not the feeling, yeah? You are using it as a pronoun. Okay. And then a moment. Now you are talking about time, isn't it? You are talking about time. So you can use it was. It was a moment when, if you want to add information to the moment, 如果你要补充说明时间的话呢, then you should use when. It was a moment when I inherited my responsibility from my family. You don't inherit something to someone. You don't do that. If you want to use inherit, you have to use from. Yeah, because when you inherit, you get it from your parents. Understand? Inherit something from somebody. So, any problem here, Kershin? I think for this one, the most challenging part is the it was here and the it was here. I think these two sentences are quite challenging. Okay? So 老师希望你们能明白为什么会有两个 it was 出现啊。所以老师再解释多一次 ，OK？ 过后老师就要遵义的答案了。这里的 it was 呢是在讲这 a glint of pride。这里的 it was 呢是在讲这时间，所以他们是不一样的。OK， 他们是不一样的啊。 If you don't understand, you know, just let me know, okay? Okay, now let's look at Junyi's answer. When the sun dipped below the edge of the world, my father placed his weathered hand on my shoulder, and in his eyes I saw a gleam of pride, and the reflection of the fiery sky. It was a silent acknowledgement of my coming of age. It was a moment where I inherited. I think where is not very suitable here. I think when is better, because the moment, it refers to time. It doesn't refer to place, neither does it refer to an occasion. So use when, not where. Okay. Any problem, Jenny? Okay, no problem, yeah. Okay, now let's look at Yan Chen's answer. As the sun dipped below the edge of the world, my father placed his weathered hand on my shoulder. I saw a glint of pride in the reflection of the fiery sky. Okay, makes sense? Makes sense? A glint of pride in the reflection of the fiery sky. Makes sense, yeah? It means like when you look into your father's eyes, all you can see is the reflection of the fiery sky. But you know, the reflection of the fiery sky means a glint of pride. So it's metaphorical here. Okay, I like this. I like the language here. Very good. So it was a silent acknowledgement of my coming of age. In that moment, I inherited the responsibility of my family. Okay, very good. In that moment, okay. In that moment, I think you should use at that moment. Okay, you should use at that moment in this case. 就是在那一个时刻 at that moment, I inherited the responsibility of my family. Change it to at that moment. Okay, so the way Yan Chen write is quite special, but it's good. Well done. Okay, I like it. And now let's look at Jun Xiu's answer. Okay, so as the sun dipped until the end of the world, now this until is not very colloquial here. It doesn't sound natural. Okay, just change it to below. My father put his weathered hand on my shoulder, and in his eyes, I saw the glint of pride and the reflection of the fiery sky. With a silent acknowledgement, I embraced my coming of age. So if you are using with a silent acknowledgement, you are telling me that this is a manner. Like, how do you embrace my coming of age? I embrace my coming of age with a silent acknowledgement. But still, Jun Xiu, it doesn't make sense. Okay, it doesn't make sense. How do you do something with a silent acknowledgement? Acknowledgement means you recognize something. 你承认，你意识到。Okay, so you cannot use it as a manner. You cannot use it as an adverbial phrase of manner. Okay, so you can say with a smile, I embraced my coming of age. It makes sense. Understand? It makes sense. But with a silent acknowledgement, it doesn't make sense. Still, this sentence fulfill the grammar rules. 语法上没有得挑剔，语法上是对的，只是说如果人家读不明白罢了 ，OK， 人家读不明白你的句子罢了咯，因为他们有意思 ，OK。So, since you have structured the sentence this way, I'm going to change the vocabulary for you, okay? So you just change it to with a smile. Okay, with a smile, it means like happily, I embrace my coming of age. That was a moment. And then when I inherited responsibility from my family. Okay, any problem here, Jun Xiu? No problem, yeah? 有问题吗？没有问题啊。我看到你开麦刚才。对啊，所以这里如果你们不明白为什么老师不接受Jun Xiu写的那个句子呢？你们就要问老师了 ，OK？ Okay, next, let's look at Ziqing sentence. When the sun dipped into the edge of the world. So into is not correct, okay? Use deep below. You just memorize the phrase, yeah? The sun goes down, the sun deep below the edge of the horizon. Okay, hang on, let me jot down. Let me jot down for you, yeah? As the sun goes down, as the sun, yeah, let's write it in past tense. As the sun went down, as the sun dipped below the horizon, as the sun dipped below the edge of the world. Okay, the edge of the world, not the end of the world, yeah? The edge of the world. Change it. Okay, Zhenxiu, change it. The edge of the world. So as the sun dipped below the edge of the world, my father, with his weathered hand, placed on my shoulder. So this sentence is not clear. So what did your father place on your shoulder? 如果你写 with his weathered hand 啊，这就说这句是方法来的。然后 place what on my shoulder? Okay, so now 我写给你看啊。My father, okay, with the hole, with a hole, my father with a hammer repaired the table. This is not a good sentence, okay? 这个不是一个好的句子啦，因为通常 method 呢，我们是放在句子的后面的。If you write like this, then the sentence sounds more natural. My father repaired the table with a hammer. So the weathered hand is not a method here. Understand, Ziqing? So you cannot use with. It should be my father placed his weathered hand on my shoulder. And in his eyes, I saw a glint of pride of the reflection of the fiery sky. look at this sentence, okay? It's grammatical. 语法上是对的啊。可是如果老师叫你解释的话呢，他就会很难解释了 ，OK？ 老师读的时候也读得很辛苦咯。A glint, what glint is it? A glint of pride. 到这里呢，老师还能理解哦 ，OK？ 然后什么 pride？ 就是 the reflection 的 pride。什么 reflection？ Reflection of the fiery sky. So 这里你用 of 来接呢，就不行了 ，OK？ 它整个句子 it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, yeah. So you can either say I saw a glint of pride and the reflection of the fiery sky. 在你爸爸的眼睛里面，你看到骄傲，你也看到 the reflection of the fiery sky. 你看到两样东西，或者是你可以参考言承的句子。I saw a glint of pride. Where did you find the glint of pride? In the reflection of the fiery sky. It makes sense. 就是说你在你爸爸的眼中呢，你看到的东西只是 the reflection of the fiery sky。可是你知道说，我们知道说那个 fiery sky 那个颜色像火浆的颜色，它是修辞手法来的，是用来表达爸爸的骄傲这样子。Okay? So you can, try to be creative when you are writing. Understand? Try to be creative when you are writing, yeah? So it was a silent acknowledgement of my coming of age. So it was, okay. I hope you understand why you are using it was here, okay? 子晴，明白为什么你自己用 it was, and then this was a moment. Make sense, okay? This 这里的 this 你是在讲着 my father, the moment my father placed his weathered hand on my shoulder. So 这里的 this, because I can understand, so I can accept it. This was a moment that I inherited the responsibility in my family. I will never forget that moment until my last breath. Good. The rest is fine. Well done, Ziqing. Okay, now I'm reading Jerry's answer. Okay, so please stay with me until the end. Okay. because we are going to call it a day now. We're going to wrap up the lesson. So as the sun dipped below the edge of the world, my father put his weathered hand on my shoulder, and his eyes, I saw a glint of pride and the reflection of the fiery sky. That was a silent acknowledgement of my coming of age. So you use that to refer to a glint of pride. Make sense? Okay, makes sense. And then it was. So you are talking about the time, so you use it was. It was a moment that I had inherited the responsibility of my family. Very good. Okay, so Jarek, there is no mistake in your writing. Okay, there is no mistake in your writing. And then I know this essay is a little bit challenging, but as you can see, the vocabulary here is very good. So at least you go, when you are free, you go through the pictures, and then make sure you can memorize the good sentences. Understand? So we have finished our topic on a small village in Taiping, and then next week we are going to start a new topic. We are going to focus on writing more. Understand? Writing and reading. By the way, make sure you watch the lesson replay on grammar. Okay, so that you can follow, you can improve your understanding of grammar. And I'm going to arrange another grammar lesson for all of you. Okay, I think that will help you a lot. So maybe Saturday, this coming Saturday, probably like 12 p.m. Okay, 12 p.m. We are going to work on the grammar that I have just sent you here. We are going to work on this one, sentence structure. So if you can attend, just let me know. If you cannot attend, watch the lesson replay. Okay. So that's all for today. Thank you for your attention. Bye bye and have a nice day. If you have problems, stay back.
Thank you, teacher. Bye bye.
You are welcome. Bye bye.
Thank you, teacher. Bye.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
teacher. Bye.
You're welcome. If you have problems, stay back. Yeah. All right, Tzu Qing. Bye bye.